Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and witches in particular. Hello. So, let's talk about something that we've been needing to speak about for a while here. And I want to talk about, those of you that are pursuing entrepreneurship. And you may have a small business. Okay. And I want to talk about all of the ins and outs of that and the dangers, not only the danger of cyber attacks, malware, hackers, okay, but then also the harassment, in particular when you are taking the spiritual path. Um, so I myself, I have a lot of experience dealing with this. My small business, Divine Services, has been under attack. Probably, I would say 6 months after I put up my channel. Um, my channel went under attack. My company went under attack. And, this is something, unfortunately, that is kind of popular. I'm not understanding why there's people in social media that are willing to gather together as a group and attack any small business online. I think that it probably happens to African American people more than any other group, which is why there is a enforced effort to help Black African American people who do have small legitimate businesses. Okay. um it's a real problem. And I think that while there are people out there trying to attack people who do so-called e-begging, I think that we really need to pay attention to these people that do this, and they put forth an effort. And yes, I do believe that they do get paid for it. Yes, it is considered to be illegal. Yes, it does turn into harassment, and things can get really, really ugly. I think that there are a lot of great people on the internet. Okay. But then again, I think that there are also a lot of people on the internet who, in general, do not like their life. And I think that this can come from people who are not fulfilled in their life. And I think that these people definitely either have jobs or they may not have jobs, but they may have some source of income. And I think that it is a specific group of people. There's many, many groups of these people that they don't like vloggers, they don't like business owners, and mainly because they feel like, well, I have to get out there and work to get it. Okay, follow me here. Okay, stay with me here. And this person or people, specifically, that work hard at targeting people, okay, that do have legitimate small businesses. They feel like, why should you be able to sit at home when I have to go out and pound the pavement? Now, most people that have jobs, that have houses, that have cars, that have jobs, they appreciate their job. They don't feel the need to make it an extracurricular activity to come online and accuse small business owners or people that are social media personalities. They don't feel the need to do that. In fact, all of my clients and students and apprentices have jobs. They do. They have jobs. And many of them appreciate those jobs. That's just like when, before I made the decision to start my small spiritual business, I had a job. I was working from home. I worked from home for probably several years. I started working from home. Wow, my kids were really young back then when I started working from home. And so I worked. Never once in my mind did I ever look at a YouTuber or a vlogger that had patrons and got paid through AdSense. Not once have I ever looked to those people and said, oh God, I hate my job. So I have to block bust on these people and say, oh, they're scamming. They're making content that obviously people enjoy. They have a business that people obviously want to support. I personally am not of that personality. Okay. Now, blockbusting within itself is actually a term that is used in real estate. But as I'm speaking of it, it's the closest thing that I can get to it. And it does involve some kind of implied racism in real estate. So I'm not using it in the terms of real estate. I'm using it in the terms of people who gather up in a group setting and they try to sabotage business owners who are also social media personalities. The lengths that they are willing to go to. They don't care if they have to destroy the lives of your children, your family. They don't care about what they have to say. They will say whatever it is that they need to say. They will even do whatever it is that they need to do, including but not limited to trying to get in your personal space. Okay. Now, there are people that do meetups. There are people that do collaborations on YouTube. They become friends. They support one another, especially in the spiritual community. Where people actually become real friends with good people that, are not up to no good, right? If you run into a problem with that to where you have this group and they're out there and they are there to sabotage you, they are there to ruin your vision. They are there to destroy your dreams. And especially us mamas, us mothers. Okay. I worked in the workforce for years. Okay. And it's nothing wrong with having a job. It isn't. In fact, if my clients didn't have jobs, I wouldn't have a business. Some of my clients are small business owners, but my clients are working Americans. And guess what? They have to go to work and deal with the same types of people that small business owners have to deal with in whatever setting. Okay, that's just like if you run a restaurant and somebody comes into your restaurant with the sole purpose of trying to sabotage fake reviews of your product, right? So, and there's actually like an underground genre in people doing this. There's actually people that are willing to pay for people to sabotage other businesses, right? Or not other businesses. It could be a business owner that wants to do it to get their people to get your people that are watching you to come over to them. Hey, this person is this, this, and that. They'll do a smear campaign, bippity boppity boop. And the next thing you know, you're a small business owner that is losing money. Right? Now, as a spiritualist, as a witch, even if you're not in the spiritual business, you need to know that these people cannot sabotage you. And you need to know, even if they tear you down, how to rebuild. Because it can be bad, especially a lot of you moms out there. You see the world, you see the dangers, you want what's best for your family, and you say, you know what? I'm going to start a small business. I'm going to find my niche, and I'm going to be able to support my family, especially you single mothers out there. So many dangers and predators and lions and tigers and bears that are looking to eat you and your children. It's so sad. And you just want to keep your baby safe. You want to build, which is wonderful. As we help people build their small businesses, we help build America. We do. This is the reason why the government was offering those PPP loans to help people, because that is the backbone. It is. Okay. So you've got a great company, especially a lot of you guys that are spiritualists, that are witches, that actually provide great services to your clients. And you've got somebody trying to make you and your company and your business look as bad as possible, especially in the spiritual business, when you have people trying to discredit you and the work that you do. And one of the lowest that I've seen them do is I've seen them tell horrific lies on you, attack your family, attack your character, lie on you. And then when they actually do create a problem in your life that you can fix, even if you're under eviction and foreclosure, baby, let me tell you, it's not about keeping hope alive. It's all about where there's a will, there's a way. And nobody has to die for you to make it. You just got to have a little thing called shot key and trust. Because I believe that those people that do that, I believe that they are a drag on the economy. I do. I believe that they are directly responsible. Haters, and it is already been spoken and written that haters are a drag on the economy. And they're like a virus that spreads. They even attack large businesses. Okay. So, how do you rebuild after that? How do you rebuild? Can you rebuild without losing everything? Well, you can. It's a little thing called manifestation. And you have to watch what and who you believe in. So, my company has supported many, many women, whether or not they were single, divorced, married, in an abusive, horrible situation with a man. It is also the goddess. It is not over yet. That is like next level corruption. There are some people that literally bake cakes for a living. They have businesses and side businesses where they, you know, are photographers that, they go and they take wedding photos for people, or they make t-shirts, or they, there's so many different ways of, you know, earning the money that you need. And the thing of it is that as we build each other up, we build the economy. We build the whole thing. When you are a business owner, you are scratching other people's backs. That's how money flows. Like, for example, I'm in the mood. Honestly, I'm in the mood for some Mickey D's today. Guess what? That stimulates the economy when you order out sometimes. When you go and you support even large or medium sized businesses, this is how we make money go round. Okay? This is how we do it. This is how the whole American dream even works. Those people that do that, that are not actively creating an idea and facilitating it and working at it, those people that are not doing that are either working. Because if you're working, what you're doing is you are either you're going to be working at a state level, a private level, a government level. It trickles down. Okay, I've worked for the government as well. Wherever you work or whatever it is that you do, you are still contributing. These people that do that, they are not contributing, they are taking and they are hindering, and they are not supported. You are supported. But guess what? After dealing with them, now you burnt out. Now you burnt out. It can be extremely difficult and volatile dealing with those types of people. I mean, honestly, they've got this whole thing on TikTok about e-begging, but I actually respect people that come and say, "Hey, I need help," than these people, because they do nothing. When you hurt small business, you hurt big business, you hurt middle business. Okay? Because damn near everybody in this world has either a full business that they 100% earn their keep by running it, or either they have a job and a side business. Everybody does. Those types of people that work against you, they are not supported. Since that became popular, the economy has failed over and over again. Spirit and God is going to make sure that those kind of people don't prosper. And the reason why is because they hurt everybody. This argument cannot be refuted, what I am talking about. All of my clients right now will tell you that my company and what I do for my clients is a necessity. So this is the reason why even during the pandemic, I stayed afloat. Those people that do what they do, that blockbust on small businesses, mid businesses, Those people are, something's wrong with them. They are problematic citizens of this society that contribute to the blockages of the money flow throughout the whole system. They are who are hurting the middle class, doing a lot of harm. In the meanwhile, homes and housing prices go up. They have no idea what is in store for them. Right now, nobody that is smart would be attacking any small business, especially. Small business and mom and pop stores are the backbone of our society. Period. Exactly, one EQL. Oh my God. I have a client right now that is a massage therapist. She's being protected by me. People like her have to be protected. People like one EQL have to be protected. People like me have to be protected. Otherwise, the United States will look like a third world country. Okay. And listen, one of the biggest, some of the biggest panhandlers are a lot of these charitable organizations. Okay. Because they go and they depict images of starving children in Africa and say, donate. And they get most of the proceeds. In the meanwhile, in 2023, why is poverty still a problem in these third world countries? Why is hunger and sickness and death still happening? Okay. See, I'm a person that I love to help people. I wish that we didn't have those problems. But you know what? I'm not stupid. I'm not the type of person. I don't have the power to cure world hunger. I wish I did. Not by myself. If I could get together a million witch march and us just pray and turn over all of the problems in our society, I would do it globally. I would do it for the entire globe. Instead, with me and what I know about the world around us and what's happening, I can only help with every fiber of my being a small portion of those people, which is why if you have financial problems, I would never turn you away from my business and say, oh my God, you have a demon of poverty on you, and I can't handle that because I know damn well I can destroy the demon of poverty. I can run them off with my magic, with my conjure. Okay. And I don't want you to be left behind, just like I don't want anybody else. To be honest with you, this world is abundant. And when you see somebody that has overcame poverty, like what a lot of y'all are gonna overcome, okay? Especially you utilizing my spiritual services. And then you have someone out there that wants to create poverty and destruction. Who do you think is gonna win? Are you gonna allow demons of poverty and sickness to destroy you? And do you have to be amongst the ones that are slaughtered, or is it okay for you to triumph and be victorious over that situation? Is that okay? And you know what, one thing I can tell y'all, because y'all call me, y'all say, Jamila, please help me. And I say, you know what? Breathe. And I teach you how to ground yourself. This is something that's going to be necessary. People like me are necessary, loved, protected, and supported. Because that's why I do what I do. You know, it's one of my missions in life, and I feel very passionate about it. Not just that, but utilizing Mother Earth's resources and knowing how to use in my business practice, learning how to do the proper spell workings while being economical at it and not having to waste too many candles. Okay. Yeah. You know, decreasing your carbon footprint when it comes to that. So that's something that my company is doing, and having the apothecary utilizing the herbs and not being wasteful is very important. So it's a lot to think about. It is. It's a lot to think about. And people like me and our wisdom and knowledge cannot ever get lost, because those people that are on that agenda, they are going to continuously try to tear down the world around us. Okay. So it's literally us against them. Okay. And if you have built a business that people definitely want to support, and you've got that support to the point where you were able, of course, business owners, they're in business to make money. You can't get along in this life without money. You can't. And it's not going to change, not in our lifetime. Okay. Maybe next lifetime we'll be in the Zellgeist project, but not in this one. So we have to grin and bear it during this time. Okay. And so if you build your company to that, and you've got these people that they work day and night, they're constantly looking for an angle. I want to tear this business down, that business down. And it's not just your spiritual business, it's all of your businesses. I actually support small businesses. Okay. And you got to understand, and you can't believe in them. You can't give up and believe in them, because that's what they want you to do. They're celebrating this victory that is never going to come before it even happens. Oh, I was able to get somebody thrown out of their house, or I was able to fold their business. And in the meantime, they are destroying the economy as they're doing that. Then they will tell you that the government is doing it. Nah, I don't think so. If anything, the government has an invested interest of making sure that your businesses stay afloat. Our government would not have any success if we were totally unsuccessful, right? Our government is only as successful as its society. Otherwise, you're going to have anarchy, you're going to have chaos, you're going to have destruction. And I'm not on the side of that. I'm on the side of business. I'm on the side of preserving, which is why before I move out of this house, I'm going to paint. I'm going to make home improvements. I'm going to make sure that this house is ready for somebody else to immediately move into. People like that will tear down and be destructive. And you have to understand what you're dealing with. And so a lot of y'all got y'all babies, y'all got y'all businesses, and you know what? We support you over here. We support you working Americans, absolutely. All of my clients work jobs and they love me because you know what? They go to work and they deal with destructive people every single day. Destructive people that are making things very uncomfortable for them. Sexual harassment, stalking, phishing, scamming. A lot of y'all are dealing with coworkers like that. Yeah, one EQL is she's in her happy place. Yes, ma'am. You can't do it when you are carrying around too much of that baggage. The spiritual practices that I teach you guys about the Kabbalah, the Grimoire, Shakti, Shakti, okay? Protecting yourself, grounding yourself, transmuting that energy because it can get stressful. Trust me, I've had many, many, many panic attacks because of it. Not so much, not so many lately, but I've had that happen. Okay. You're welcome, one EQL. I appreciate love you too. Very, very strong. I've already invited one EQL to be a member of my coven, for her to stand with me, for any of you to stand with me, to even come to my chat room. You are appreciated, especially if you are on my side and you're not, trying to pull my strings or trying to play me. Okay. And I love you guys. Y'all got me through dark times. One EQL is an amazing client who is a sister, but is also going to be initiated into my coven. So, yeah. Hey, hey, and you don't live too far from me. That's what's up. So, we're into healing hearts over here. This is what I do. I'm a healer. Okay. And those people that we recognize as being those problematic people in society that is messing up everybody. Like I said, it seems like everybody has been a little delayed. Y'all come to me when it's a little too late. You should have been here a long time ago. And that's not your fault. You know what that means? That means, your spirit, your ancestors, they still have a plan for you. They gonna make sure you good. And that's what I'm here to remind you of, that when you get scared and you start losing faith, and you start losing yourself and you get lost and you get confused and you get sad and you get depressed and you start thinking about doing things that you shouldn't be doing. That's why I'm here. And you're gonna be all right, I promise. Okay. Thank you, baby. Yeah, y'all got me. Oh my God. Just thinking about all of you guys that have been supporting me, The past couple of months, all of y'all are, you already know you about to get them blessings. You already know. Because my clients had to carry me through. My clients that I've had, especially those of you that have been with me in the last 3 months, the last year, y'all already know what it is. But especially those of you that stuck by me, and went hard with me. And yeah, y'all don't know that y'all got me through a very dark time. Because they tore me down and I didn't even deserve it. It was all a lie. And I knew that if I kept the faith and kept the magic and kept my strength and built my strength up and made sure that I was clear on everything and I had that clarity that everything was going to be all right. And it is all right. Okay. I don't really know or care about the fate of those people that do things like that to you, that try to do harm. But I know your fate and I know your destiny is greatness. Your destinies is healing and happiness and peace and inner peace and joy and healing within your mind, within your body, within your soul. Especially those of you that either follow me, donate, you guys were just like, it it was just amazing the way you guys got me through that, you know? Especially I appreciate those of you that got me through the death of my mother. Because I was being attacked while at the same time grieving my mother. And that was really like, wow, how low can they go? How low they will stoop. Not steep, stoop. They will stoop very, very low. To be honest with you, I don't know what's wrong with them, but I know I'm staying the heck away from anybody like that. It's nothing but support over here. And we are rebuilding at Divine Services. And as I build, you guys, eventually I am going to have a charity foundation. I am going to help. I want my company to help one family per month with the proceeds of the business. I want to be able to help people, especially when it comes to being a single mom or even a single dad or somebody that just needs help. You don't even have to be a parent. And that's something that I definitely want to do. Okay. And we are rebuilding, and nothing that they can do will stop it. Everybody that is on my spirit team, everybody that I'm working with right now, everybody that includes business associates that have to do with my business or either money associates, all of you are protected. Okay. Even my bank is protected. My bank that I bank at is protected. My landlord is even protected. My spirits, they think of everything. We got your landlord covered. We got the associates there as long as they do the right thing and they ain't being dirty. Okay. So if they doing the right thing and their due diligence, everything is okay. Everybody is protected that has to do with me. Okay. So we got everybody covered. And there's no need for you to have any fear. You understand what I'm saying? And so I am rebuilding and I am extremely excited. Like, if y'all could see the visions of sugar plums in my head, if y'all could see the sugar plums in my head, I would always want to be on my team. because we don't have heavy hearts. We don't. And I'm going to tell you something. Mother Earth is very proud of us. Spirit is proud of us. And then even pay how like in America, okay, we a lot of us are Black people living in America. And you know what? We help build this society out the gates. You know what I'm saying? We help make it what it is. So, there are a lot of people that do have pride in their country that they live in. I live here. I'm not going to live here and be hateful and make the worst of it. I'm going to make the best of it. It is what it is. That's how I feel about it. If I'm ever faced with racism, I'm going to go through spirit and I'm going to transmute any negative energy that comes my way, will be transmuted. So, when I build the company up, I want to have certain funds set up, not just for my coven members, to where if they have an unexpected bill, this is something that I want. So, yeah, I am right now, my company, Divine Services, even though I'm running a business, that eventually my coven members, if they want to become employees, they can. Okay, it's an option. You don't have to. So eventually I am going to employ others, especially when I get my shop set up. In the meantime, um, I am going to have the funding available to do all of this that I've wanted to do. Okay. And even though I'll still be a solitary witch, I think that for me, I feel better about dealing with my cases, my spiritual cases, on my own. That doesn't mean that if you are a part of my coven, that if people know about you, if people know about your services, if they choose to come to you, why would I be upset about that? Because what benefits me, benefits you, benefits me, and we're all working together, right? So, and like I said, it doesn't have to be a negative thing. It doesn't have to be divide and conquer. It doesn't have to be those things, because we are builders. We're building. We're expanding. Not only are we building, but we're also expanding. And those people don't want your expansion to happen. But the expansion has to happen, because as we expand, we heal. Is it a coincidence that I would run into a massage therapist? I'm going to end up running into an acupuncturist or a herbalist, and so we're going to combine those forces together, seriously. And so that's the reason why I will take people under my wing, especially those of you that are gifted. Okay. And so there's a vision that I have, and I know that vision is it's going to pop. It's going to come into reality. It's going to come into fruition. And so I was speaking about this the other day, and somebody was saying, "Oh, you've been saying that for 10 years." Actually, I haven't. And it's something that is a part of the plan that I have, that is supposed to be about the journey, that is not going to happen overnight. It's going to happen gradually over a 5 to 6 to several year period. In the meantime, what my coven is going to be doing is working together. And many of you guys are amongst the very, very gifted, but you are also being targeted. We've already won whatever it is that they're this game that they're trying to beat us at. We've already won. I think that it's mainly about getting through the journey. The journey can be difficult because one day you may be dealing with that heavy energy. You got to learn how to deal with it. You got to learn how to deal with it. You got to learn how to not allow them to psychically attack you or get you, you have to learn how to process that fear that they're projecting to you. And this is something that I've worked at for years and years. So I know all about it. Okay. And it's hard, it can be difficult. Okay. I can honestly say you're going to get through it. Okay. My spirits have already assured me, honey, and I talked about it. I spoke about it, and I want to do things the way that I want to do. Honestly, I wish that I could go into detail about a lot of the things that I am dealing with and triumphing and overcoming right now. Oh yeah. You stick by my advice, you will be the conqueror. And somebody was saying, "Oh, she's about to be thrown out of her house." Okay. So and that's not going to happen, but imagine that happening. You realize that I would end up, it like definitely, and those of you that end up going to shelters and stuff like that, like my heart is with you. Okay. But for me, my spirits are like, girl, please, we going to send you on vacation, an extended vacation is all I got to say. Okay. So, but um, it's not necessarily up in the air. It's already been decided, you know, and it just is what it is. I can't see why these people would, in good faith, be able to do the things that they do, but we do what we do about it, and you're gonna be all right. And I wouldn't be dealing with them. I wouldn't. A lot of people have dealt with those types of people, and it's backfiring because they are bad for the economy. People that you see attacking small businesses, and they scheming and scamming and hating the imagine somebody attacking your small business like that. Imagine what type of person it would take to even do some stuff like that. Okay. And even some of you guys that sell purses and nails and do hair, hey, they've been tearing down the weaving industry and business, but a lot of, especially the African American community, has converted over to natural African American hair care. So even your small businesses, we support you. I don't trust nothing that a person says if they are literally attacking a small business. I don't trust you because you must not. Maybe they need a little bit of history, and you got to look at it all. You got to look at how people feel about certain conglomerates like Amazon, like Walmart, and things of that nature. And you know what I'm saying? Like when you look up the whole totality and the history of it, this fight between big corporations and small businesses. And what these people are actually doing, which is even becoming even more of a drag on society. I can honestly say that for me, I have not, and I'm not judging any of you guys that have. I can honestly say that in 6 years, I haven't asked our government or our welfare department for anything. I feed my family with my debit card. It's not to say that those of you that have an EBT card are lower than me. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that in retrospect of my spirits and what they are here to do for people, which is to support people, I have always managed to put food on my table. Okay. Even if some people would criticize and say, oh, that food is not healthy. And, I cook balanced meals for my family just like everybody else. We order out sometimes, it is what it is. Every time you spend a dollar of your money, you are stimulating the economy. You are making money flow. That's how the actual science of money and the economy, and people like me that actually start businesses, that win at businesses. That's just like with my supplier. My supplier is Azure Green, but guess what? I also go and I get some of my spiritual supplies from Original Botanical. Very, very great company. And then I buy things from Etsy, sometimes from the Etsy sellers. I got some very good graveyard dirt from an Etsy seller a few months ago. Because I am going to eventually visit the cemetery, but it's kind of, I am a witch. I would do something like that during Halloween. I would totally do something like that. Go and get graveyard dirt. That would be, amazing. But anyway, you know, that that's the way money works. People that function on the frequency of I'm not going to support that small business because blah 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 blah. Those people are a drag on the economy. As a society, especially as a country in the United States, those kind of people are very problematic. Because when a small business can't pay their bills, that's going to affect everybody else's business. So if Divine Services loses money, then so does every other business that I work with in conjunction with that. My light company, light and gas company, my county that I live in, which is Gwinnett County, their county is going to lose money. If I, whether or not I'm renting or buying a house, it would either be the landlord, a bank would be affected. So it depends on where you're at on the pyramid, if you want to call it, as far as what's going to be affected. So this is the reason why when people are doing things like that, you got to give them the side eye and say, wait a minute, you know, nobody has sued this woman. People are happy with her services. She's obviously doing something that people like, and they feel that her services are necessary and valuable. So, what do you have to say about it? Why are you doing what you're doing? Okay. And people that are doing that, they literally are just functioning. They have no idea the actual natural flow, the web and flow of money and economy. So this is the reason why those people are being placed under judgment. I've seen them fold small businesses. I've seen them do it by telling lies and using their influence to tell lies to tear down that business. And then they wonder why they feel the way that they feel, why they're going through what they're going through mentally, physically, emotionally, why they're going through that. It's called karma. So then they have to go out and say, wait a minute, let me go and target somebody else. A person is not going to prosper doing things like that. They're not. I don't care how you look at it. So it's literally us against them. Us being the responsible creators, okay, and go getters versus these people that want to create chaos, gossip, negative energy, which is ultimately, when you look at end game, is responsible for destroying somebody economically. Okay. Let me give you an example. Let's say that you were somebody that decided to attack somebody that ran a small business out of a rented home. And you went all around the world with the same song, right? You are a person that tried to prevent people's rent and bills from being paid, right? Because you were blockbusting, you were being a degenerate. If you are a person that has a real estate company, you are now being affected by that. Do you know that it is a landlord's best interest to keep a current tenant in the home? Do you know how many thousands of dollars it costs to turn over a property? Nobody's just doing that unwittingly. Nobody wants to do that. It costs it. If when you think about it, if you own a real estate company that has thousands or maybe even hundreds of tenants in homes, and one of your tenants is being negatively affected by people like this, who would be your enemy? Your tenant that's actually paying the rent and other expenses? Or is it the person that's trying to tear down and stop your rent money from coming in? Who's the enemy? If I had a real estate company right now, if I decided, you know what, if I ever get my credit score up to 850 and I say, you know what, I go to the bank, hey, listen, I want to become a real estate investor. I want a blanket mortgage. I want to invest in five or six properties and rent them out, right? Let's say that I did that. And I've known many women that have done that. You'd be surprised at the people that I know in real estate that are doing that right now, right? That are landlords, especially in my hometown. It's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. Okay. And if I had my own company doing that, I would have my company protected from people attacking my tenants that would cause me to lose money. Because at the end of the day, when you invest in something, you're investing in it so that you can get a return on your investment. So as a witch, oh, I would be the witchiest richie witch investor real estate company. I would be one of the top, because I would make sure that there would be a clause in my company. It would be a clause in my company to where if I move a person into my house that, I'm not going to go through the rigmarole of losing money. A lot of people, when they lose a good tenant, their houses will sit empty for months and months and months. They're not making any money off of it. So most landlords have an invested interest of keeping the tenant in the property. That's the truth. I also have a background. I worked in property management for 20 years, along with customer service. And I'm talking about management. I have actually worked as assistant manager in training to become manager of a large property. I've actually had to evict people for non-payment of rent. I've actually been in eviction court having to evict tenants off of the property. Okay, so I did that. And you know what? Management is not for me. Okay. I wouldn't want to have that job because, I feel like when you're standing in that courtroom, I feel like you've got to understand that you're dealing with a person that, because when it was this one particular property in particular that the management company that I worked for had just taken it over. And what our mission was, what was a part of my job, was to get rid of the debt. But that debt was people. That debt was people that owed on their rent. Okay. Kelly, it depends on what management company you're dealing with. It really depends. You know what I'm saying? And so I've seen rentals in the area, you know, like a 3 bedroom in my area, and this is not necessarily the best area, okay, because I'm talking about sometimes I hear gunshots. Is going to start at about 1,600 per month. Okay, so you're going to be looking at a 3 bedroom 2 bath, 1,600 a month. So it's going to get worse. It's going to go up from here, which means that a lot of you guys that have that bad energy in your life that's dragging you down, that's causing you to be sick and not be able to get up and go to work, or either causing problems in your small business, they got to go because it's getting real rugged. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the housing market boomed. Right now, it is a seller's market, I believe. It's not necessarily a buyer's market right now. Okay, so that fluctuates, actually. Okay, that fluctuates depending on what's happening in the real estate, depending on what's happening in that market, and depending on what's happening, economically. So, and a lot of people need to realize that, you're going to have to roll with the punches when it comes to that, because there are people out there that are sabotaging our businesses. When I look at the people that I deal with, the people that cut my grass, if I ever hire a housekeeper to come in here, the people that clean my carpets, the people that I would hire to do certain maintenance for me that, wouldn't fall under my lease agreement. All of those companies surrounding me would be affected, so they would lose money. So what are you doing? What exactly are you contributing to society? Debt? Yeah, there's some people that are contributing debt to this society. So this is the reason why a person like me, knowing this, knowing how the economy works, knowing and being confident in what I am talking about. But a lot of you may look at the world differently if you are affected by people like that. You'll look at the world as being very unfair. There's no way out. There's nothing that can be done. Oh my God, it's, you know, and this is the type of stuff that people like that will try to create within your life. Okay. So a lot of people need to realize that, you know, that's one of the reasons why I am in business. Okay, I have people contacting me every day saying that as soon as I get the money and the funding and get things together, I'm dealing with either bad family, bad friends, bad exes. I'm going to be at you, Jamila, because, you know, I know that you'll be able to assist me because, and they will try to mess up your credit. They will try to do that. When a scammer or somebody tries to mess up your credit, they are affecting and closing doors of opportunity for other people. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. There's always, I'm telling you, and I just, you know, I am one of the people that, you know, but I do feel that a lot of the times, a lot of you, the way that you get kind of messed up, some of you get lucky, but a lot of people get messed up with people playing games like that, is that, you know, they end up causing calamities in your life. They do. They end up causing those things. And you know, it's like I said, it's going to happen to them before it happens to me. That's why I always tell y'all, set up your ancestor altar, talk to your ancestors daily. When y'all contact me and y'all be like, Jamila, I need your help, but I don't have the money, contact your ancestors, is what I tell you. Well, how do I do that? Burn some incense, put out a water offering to them, put photographs of either family members that you know loved you and took care of you, but now they're not here. Go and get the mediumship readings. Mediums are very important because guess what? A medium is not just communicating with the dead, a medium can find your ancestors. That's why I support psychic mediums because they can help you. Some of your ancestors, when it comes to bad spiritual people, they will lock your ancestors up. I told y'all about that. To where you won't feel them, you won't see them, so that you can be a sitting duck, so that they can try to destroy your life. And I'm keeping it a buck with y'all. I know exactly, and listen, I know what I'm talking about. Why they're doing it, none of us will really ever know because it doesn't make any sense. To me, it would make more sense for you to build on something other than this house of sticks. I feel like they build on a very weak foundation, whatever it is that they're trying to do. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. Okay. But people have to live and they have to learn. Seriously. People have to live and they have to learn. And you just have to, you know, say to yourself, you know, these people are not going to cause me to have any kind of disasters in life. I'm going to make sure that I get everything that I need for my family. God has already put everything into place for me. Whatever God you are connected with, okay, it's not up to me or anybody else to judge. You know, I guess I can say this is that there probably is certain people that are connected with gods that I can't be connected with, that I wouldn't necessarily agree with. But that's not what happens at my business. You guys are, all of my clients are yoked with me. A lot of y'all are equally yoked with me. So it just is what it is. Okay. Um, and a lot of people that go to witches and they know what we can do for you are either an occultist or a spiritualist. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I'm lighting up my little jars here. I got my little meditation stuff because I'm about to get off of here and meditate. Okay. So, nothing they can do about it. 'Cause I think people like that just hate life, period. I think these people need to be watched. I think that, because a lot of people, like I said, they're making a big deal about e-begging. And yeah, they do e-begging too. You know what I'm saying? But I think that we need to pay attention to these people that are, sort of like this bane of society. No matter what your business is, it doesn't matter. I gotta hold this. It doesn't matter what you do for a living. You can be somebody that makes ankle bracelets, you know, so many different things, whatever it is that you do, you're being supported. Please know that those people that are hating on you, they are not being supported and they want victory. Especially a lot of the people that are in the spiritual business. Oh, child, let me tell you. But I think that you have to have a mutual respect for the people out here that are doing something similar or the same thing that you're doing, or you can get caught up. Seriously. Okay. Otherwise, you'll be doing the same thing that they're doing and you'll be moving in fear. Okay. And most people that are successful at what they do, whatever it is, they're not doing that. Okay. So, okay. All right, guys. That's pretty much what I wanted to say. Always take the opportunity not just rebuild but expand. Whenever something, what I found, and this is how you can tell that my spirits are really powerful at transmuting negative energy, and it's something that I myself have had to deal with. Please believe that when they start attacking, it's time for the expansion. There's windows and doors of opportunity that's getting ready to come to you. But if you listen to the negative, those things are not going to happen. 'Cause you know what I did? I sat here, I kept doing my manifestation work, I kept doing my work, and I had faith and meditation and relaxation and making sure that I do my healing workings and I take my spiritual baths. And I got to tell you that I couldn't have asked for a better outcome. But if you believe that you're going to have a negative outcome, you will. And they'll try to convince you that you're going to have a negative outcome. Okay. All right, guys. I hope this helped y'all. Hit the thumbs up. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the Witch's Broom channel. Yes, I am accepting new clients. Yes, I do help small businesses as well as single mothers, single fathers, married couples, um, all of that money work, healing work, unblocking work, uncrossing work, spiritual work that involves, you know, as a witch, I have to be true to my craft. I have to be true to it and tell you that sometimes there is cases of negative spirits that have to be banished and binded. And the way that we bind them, I can't really get into it. So, it's not just about energy. Everybody is always talking about energy, energy, energy. No, there's also spirits. And there's malevolent spirits. Okay. So, this is where they can't get rid of spiritualists. We are very necessary. Okay. In fact, a lot of you guys that are being afflicted by spirits, you guys are doing all this Energy work, energy work, energy work, but you still, the spirit that you're dealing with is still there, you know? So that's where you have to understand what you're dealing with and you can't be distracted from that. Okay. All right, y'all. I got somebody that's summoning me, so I have to go. Y'all have a good one. Everybody have a good week. Blessings to you guys. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay. All right, guys. See y'all later. Bye.